going on, everybody? It is Frank the Tank, and welcome to the third place playoff for the Bowling by Jason Belmonte Champions League 2021. We finally gotten to this point, and we are almost to the finish line. But before we could even get to the very end, we have to decide first who gets third and who gets fourth. And who will be playing for third and fourth? That will be Stephen Harrison and Seth Freeze. So as you guys just saw there in that little summary, Stephen Harrison, who didn't participate in last year's tournament, unfortunately due to conflicting schedules, he finally had enough time here for this one, and he decided to enter, and he basically answered the question as to what would have happened if he'd entered last year's tournament. He answered that question by entering this one and making it to the Final Four. Unfortunately, he ended up having to face none other than the almighty Tony Richardson, our defending champion, and after an epic battle, probably one of the most epic I've ever seen in my entire freaking life. Unfortunately, he fell short just one, and he's here playing for third place. So, not bad, I gotta say. I mean, unfortunately, I guess you could say it was the draw that is to blame here, because I honestly, truly believe that he would have made the final two, but unfortunately, because Tony stood in his way, that what I felt looked like a grand finale worthy type of match ended up happening in the semifinal. But anyway, our other opponent is or competitor, I would say, is Seth Freeze, who also made the Final Four for the second time in a row. Very, very impressive. That clearly shows you he's quite something in this tournament. Quite a competitor. So his story is he competed in last year's tournament as well. He made the Final Four, and he also ended up having to face Tony Richardson in the semifinal. Unfortunately, he fell short and ended up having to settle for a top four finish instead of unfortunately, in last year's tournament, I didn't have a third place playoff match, so there's no telling who got third and who got fourth. But he's somewhere in the top four nonetheless. And here he is again, and this time he will be fighting for third place. The funny story here is that in this year's tournament, he ended up having to face Nicholas Tran, an opponent that he faced last year, to get to the Final Four. And unfortunately, Nicholas Tran ended up getting his revenge over Seth Freeze. So Nicholas Tran ended up getting his spot in the final, while Seth Freeze unfortunately fell short here and is now having to fight for third. So here we are, and we are about to get this thing started. They will be playing in a best out of two on the invisible oil pattern. So without further ado, we are going to get this thing underway. So here we go on the invisible oil pattern, best out of two. Good luck to the both of you. The winner of this third place playoff will receive a choice between one of Belmo's new Cool Wick jerseys, or they also have the option to go for one of his H5G jerseys with the option to include the matching power sleeve, and it will be customized to their liking. So, as you can see, we start off very nicely here. Seth Freeze with the strike. I believe he's still sticking to what he usually likes to use, his go-to ball. I think that was a code red, while Stephen Harrison is picking up the trend. And unfortunately, I do not know what pattern this is. I want to believe that it's Taj Mahal because, you know, the way, like, it's making the ball look like it's very lengthy and, you know, not a whole lot of hook. I'm led to believe that this could be Taj Mahal. I mean, look at that. See the length on there? Unfortunately, there on the second frame, Seth Freeze leaves the 10, but no worries. He gets that 9 spare. But when it comes to Stephen Harrison being your opponent, you don't even want to do that. See what I mean? 2 in a row. And would there be 300? I don't know. But if there is, then clearly these guys are top-notch competitors for this game. And I'll tell you, like, you come across these guys, it's going to take a whole another level of God mode to be able to beat these guys. And here we have a ball change. Seth Freeze in the third frame, switching to the no rules exist. It seems to be fitting a lot better. Stephen Harrison staying with the same thing, the trend all the way. I think that's the trend. I mean, it could be an idle pearl. I truly believe it's the trend, just by the way it is looking. Very lengthy with good pop off the back. As we now move into the fourth frame. And I think he's going to stick with that ball choice. The no rules exist. If I had to compare that ball, I would compare it to the zero gravity just by the way it's moving. But Stephen Harrison with the four-bagger, a ham bone. While Seth Freeze, all he can do is just keep on striking, hoping that Stephen Harrison cracks under the pressure here. Oh, a light tap on the 10. That's horrible. Now his max possible is 259, while Stephen Harrison is en route to a 300. A little too early to call because we're barely getting into the fifth frame here, going into the sixth, as he now has a Yahtzee. Very, very unlucky for Seth Freeze here because, look at that. Oh, things get worse. A split just to add more salt to the wound. Oh my lord. How more unlucky can you be? That the placement was perfect. Unfortunately, he overcut it as it wasn't enough momentum to get that thing to go over and take out both pins, the 6 and the 10. Meanwhile, finally, Stephen Harrison cracks under the pressure, and in the sixth frame, the strike streak ends. Now he can only go en route for a 279, while Seth Freeze can only max out for a 235. That open in the sixth could quite definitely kill it. But he's back on the strike train, going back to his number one go-to, which I believe that was the code red. Stephen Harrison continuing to stick to the game plan. Same ball. No change. As we move into the eighth. Sometimes when things aren't working, you go back to your usual tactic because it's all in your head. So Stephen Harrison getting ever so closer to a shutout here. I believe with the strike in the ninth, that could probably seal it. Oh no, 9 spare. I didn't even see that coming. This is all happening so quickly. Sticking with that game plan, and I believe we do have our shutout. That's game point for match number 1, as Seth can only go for a 214, and I believe Stephen Harrison has already gone past that. So that's game set, match number 1 for Stephen Harrison. Point number 1. Very nice pin action. Very nice. So he can only max for 214. May as well. Very, very nice finish. There you go. That's how you finish. Strike out. Bowl every frame, even if you're down and out. Stephen Harrison en route to 279 here. One more and he gets 279, just one off of a 300. Can he do it? It's looking good. It's right on the line. Oh, come on. Of course it has to be the 8 pin. But anyway, there you go. 278. Fantastic game for Stephen Harrison. And according to, I believe they were bowling on Sphinx. It looked like Taj Mahal to me, but I guess I was wrong. So they were bowling on the Sphinx pattern. Now let's see what they're going to get for match number 2 here, as Seth Freeze needs to win this to stay alive and to force a roll-off. But in order for Stephen Harrison to prevent that, he has to win this one as well. So again, just a quick little reminder, the winner of this match will receive a Coolwick jersey, one of Jason Belmonte's designs, or they can also opt for going for the H5G designs with one of Belmo's jersey designs from H5G can be customed to their own liking with the matching power sleeve. Meanwhile, the 4th place finisher will only get a choice between one of Belmo's newest Coolwick jerseys. So either way you look at it, nobody here is walking out empty-handed. But Seth Freeze not coming out of the gate the way he would have wanted to with an open. But he gets back on the strike train at least. Meanwhile, Stephen Harrison, strike. Can he get back-to-back jacks? Looking good, right on the line. Yes, he can. Sticking with the same ball all the way. That is very impressive. And I believe Seth Freeze is still continuing with the same ball as well. No ball change here. 2 for... Yep, 2 out of 3. Ain't bad. Meanwhile, Stephen Harrison trying to go 3 for 3. And he does it. Coming out strong right out of the gate. Could that open in the first be the killer? Knowing how good Stephen Harrison is, it just might be, as he now awaits. Well, Seth Freeze goes for number 3 there in the 4th. Stephen Harrison trying to go for number 4 in the 4th. And he does it. This is not looking good for Seth Freeze, as he can only max out at 278. All he can do right now is just keep striking, just like the last match. Keep striking, hoping Stephen Harrison cracks under the pressure. This could be bad. This could be bad for Seth Freeze, because really, if you think about it, match number 1 is almost like a way to like test the waters, to get warmed up. The second match is where all hell breaks loose, where people go full out. And it looks like that's what Stephen Harrison is doing. He knows what he needs to do to use that first match to his advantage, and I don't see him missing here. Look at that. Solid, right on his line. Repeat shots. But Seth Freeze, it looks like he's figured it out as well. He used that first match, but unfortunately, that open in the first, that split, it looks like it's looking more and more like that first shot in the first frame could be the killer here. As he now bags 6, while Stephen is looking to get 7. En route to a 300, and he gets it. Is this going to be one of those epic finishes? It's looking like it could be. As we get to the 8th. Ooh, you saw that, the 710. Right at the last. Somebody's got to be very nervous. God, this is crazy. I don't know what to say. This is unbelievable. Nine for 9? Oh my God, flush. 3 more and he has a perfect game. All Seth Freeze can do is strike out and hope. And cross his freaking fingers. That's 1. 9 spare is not going to cut it here. Otherwise, that will definitely be it. So really, all Stephen Harrison needs to do is strike once, and then I think that's game set, and he will have 3rd place. Oh, the 10. All right, for the win. There you go. Game set. That's done. Now all he has to do is just go for the perfect game, just to end this on a high note. One more. One more to end it on a high note. And there it is. Perfect game for Stephen Harrison. He gets 3rd place. Congratulations to you, sir. You are going home with either an H5G.Belmo design jersey or a Coolwick Belmo design jersey. It's your choice. We will talk about that behind the scenes. Meanwhile, Seth Freeze, congratulations to you two on making the Final Four for a second year in a row. That takes an awful lot of skill to do, my friend. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Stephen Harrison with a complete wipeout, 2-0. Not even giving Seth Freeze a chance. Unbelievable. Somebody had to go, somebody had to win it. But there you go. Stephen Harrison will take third place. Seth Freeze will take fourth. And now that that match is out of the way, we must now decide who is going to win the Bowling by J.Belmo Champions League 2021. Will it be Tony Richardson, the defending champion? Will he go 2 in a row? Will he be able to successfully defend his throne? Or will Nicholas Tran pull off the ultimate surprise? I'll be leaving you guys to guess who you think will be winning this grand finale. Somebody is going to win it and is going to be taking home this. Right here. Somebody is going to be walking away with one of these. Who's it going to be? I don't know, but we are going to be finding out very, very soon. I'm Frank the Tank. That was the third place playoff. Thank you so much for watching. Again, congrats to you, Seth Freeze and Stephen Harrison, on making it this far, especially you, Stephen Harrison, on taking third place. We'll catch you guys in the next one.